Is this the official start of it?
Hey, yeah, this is the official start of the West Rocks Trail.
Okay.
And it has many captivating sceneries and outlooks. And there's also biking on this trail.
Oh, that's great.
Though some people prefer to walk.
Yeah.
And it's especially great biking in the winter.
In the winter?
In the winter, yeah. If you have a fat bike.
Yeah. Which you do.
Yeah, I have a fat bike. And so some other people have fat bikes around here that like to go on the various trails.
Oh.
Yep. So you wanted to talk about some community related stuff. Did you have any questions in mind, or?
Well, the idea that when you're discussing about trailers, right?
Okay.
That's something that I even talking with the told about it.
Uh-huh.
He says stay away from that, right?
Oh, okay.
Just because the stigma around it, the whole and trailers are not very livable. I'll tell you that for sure.
Okay.
And they're very difficult to keep from leaking.
Okay.
And they're not that comfortable, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel there's more of a movement where people want to build their own place, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think people that want to live in this kind of environment would want to build their own place,
right?
And that's part of my idea from the beginning, is to have how I live there at that big shop.
Mm-hmm.
That shop was meant to be a place where people can actually create stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like build a teeny home.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Or a cabin from there.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
I also have many trees that can be put into boards that can be used to build.
Okay.
So that was my plan.
Mm-hmm.
I never did discuss that with you before.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I even attempted to get people to do that, like to come over and create their own. I had an ad, and there was quite a bit of response actually.
Oh, okay.
There was. People are interested in that.
Mm-hmm.
And doing things with your hands.
This way is easier.
I think is really good for you, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how handy you are.
Yeah. Well.
You go to the hardware, it seems.
Yeah. I agree. Like it's a good option to have, but there's a lot of people, like most people that have kind of a lot of money, would rather buy something or pay.
Well, that's not what I don't think that's what we need.
But
people
it's
with
just
a lot of money.
but we do need people with enough money to finance it and to
well, that just
grow.
Makes that even a tiny house, it wouldn't be that expentive to build.
Yeah. Well, I remember.
If you build it yourself, right?
Yeah, I remember you were telling me there was a DIY or some tiny home kits that the Mennonites in your area.
Exactly. I know the guy.
Yeah.
It's not Mennonites, it's Amish.
Amish. Okay, Amish.
And there's a few of them, and they're very good to deal with. They're very down to earth.
Mm-hmm.
But it does take some time. But they could help with different stages of it.
Okay.
Depending on how skilled you are.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. And so I was thinking, as an option, anyways, if someone wanted to, we should at least give them the option of, say, we will. Or some people that want the work
exactly.
will do the building.
I was going to get to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I do have a lot of skills in that way.
Yeah.
That direction. I worked as a jack of all trades, handyman, a carpenter originally, and then I worked in the beaches in Toronto doing renovations on these old houses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've always done it the best way possible without incurring too much cost on the homeowner, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've always been pretty honest with people. So there's ways of, if you're creative enough, to do it in a cheap way.
Yeah.
Inexpensive way. Let's not say cheap. It's cheap.
Yeah. It has a different connotation.
Right? Yeah. Say inexpensive, like reasonable, practical.
Yeah. Still high quality though.
Still high quality is always number one.
Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. So like kind of winter-proof tiny homes.
Yeah.
Or cabins.
And I have a lot of connections right now. With the insulation, with even the wood stoves and all that, right? We can create anything basically. In the shop, right?
Okay. Yeah. So and that's a great. And
it brings a sense of community as well. Right?
Yeah. Like
you're working together.
Mm-hmm. I remember one of the kind of I was making a community plan.
Yeah.
And the idea, so and it was designed for Georgian Bluffs. And in Georgian Bluffs, you can have cabins, stationary cabins, but they can't have a kitchen.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that.
Yeah. So, well, like a trailer or a tiny home on wheels, which is, I mean, technically still a trailer, because
but it has more of a warmth to it.
Yeah. It's just not an RV.
Yeah.
So I think,
and they're easy to get. The trailers, you know, those
you mean the
camper
base
trailers, right?
Oh, okay.
They're giving them away for free now.
Oh, okay.
Because people want to get rid of it because they're ugly, right?
Oh, okay.
Once it starts leaking, you can't fix it.
Oh, okay.
Because water, you know.
Oh, look, it's autumn
wicks.
olives.
Are those edible?
Yeah.
Really? What do they taste like?
They taste
Like,
they're a little bit sour, a little bit tart.
what are they called again? Yeah.
Autumn olives
Oh, those are the ones you had on your
on the picture.
that I asked about.
Yeah.
They don't taste like olives.
No,
Sort of.
they're not related to olives.
Oh,
They're just called that.
They're not
They're
bad,
related to
actually.
silverberries.
I like them.
Russian olives.
So these are really good for, in what way?
They're good for lycopenes.
What is-
Lycopenes is kind of a variation of vitamin A, and it's good against sunburns.
All right.
So it's the same stuff that's in tomatoes.
They're actually pretty good. I can see these in yogurt.
Oh yeah.
They'd be really good, and in cereal.
Yep.
So these are easy to grow then, right? They grow.
Oh yeah, they're very easy to grow.
Wonder if I have any at my place.
I didn't see any, but you can. I think you can take a cutting.
Yeah, and just put it in the ground. At the right time of
You
year.
you needed like some root hormone, but
Oh yeah, yeah.
if you take like decent care of it, then I think like 75% of them should take.
Oh, so they do spread. Is that right?
Yeah, they tend to. I'm not sure what this is.
I wouldn't try that, but you don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is.
I think
but
I have some of those. I've seen those.
Yeah, like some of them, I'm just not too familiar with all the local
Yeah.
berries, but
I do have a lot of books.
These
on
are
this
awesome.
stuff, but I'd have to carry it around all the time.
yeah. I don't know.
Study
They
it.
might be elderberries.
Yeah.
It might be something else.
This is really nice.
Oh, see, here's another autumn olive.
Yeah. You got one of these in your backyard? Or?
Not yet. I'm planning on it, but
So like gardening, of course, is going to be a big part of the community, right?
yeah.
And sharing knowledge and all that about different plants.
Yeah. So the original kind of idea was that you'd kind of have like a circle of these cabins
Yeah.
or earth lodges or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and then in the center you'd have the workshop and the kitchen. So when people get up and they want to go have breakfast, then they go to the center with the community, you know, and then everyone can have breakfast and lunch
and
together
chat
and stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. And then also if they wanted to build something or repair something, all the tools and everything is in a central location.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And that's what my location would be, because I do have
Exactly.
all the tools there. Because my whole philosophy was when I was doing the work, to buy a tool if it pays for itself on the first job.
Oh, okay.
So I said, okay, well, I'm going to get this much money, so and I still get a profit, so I might as well just buy the tool. So
Right.
that's how I ended up with all these tools.
Oh, how about the tractors?
The tractors, well, I needed a tractor.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was just wondering if they paid themselves in a...
oh yeah, well, how am I going to clear the snow?
Oh,
What's
okay.
this? Somebody's living here, I guess.
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
Did you want to check it out?
No, it's probably somebody's space, right?
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah. I know they're not supposed to live here,
Yeah. Well,
but
people,
it is what it is.
well, they only have so many choices, so.
Yeah. Well,
Happens.
hopefully with our communities and everything, then the intentional communities will be another option.
Yeah, this is
and not
something
having to
that I don't
camp
really
out in the...
like this. We shouldn't see this in this country, right? In Canada. country
Well, yeah.
the
In
people
a
that live-
conservation area, at least.
well, I don't know. I don't mean the look of it. I mean just the fact that people are without a place to live.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it's pretty sad,
Yeah.
especially in the harsh weather that we have here. You know, I don't want to. I know that I was in Colombia years ago, right? And
Right.
Downtown, the street people there are right in the street.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
medium in the street, and they live right on that medium, in
Oh, wow.
garbage,
Oh, wow.
right? Because the weather is always good there, right? It's
Oh,
always
right.
the same.
Oh yeah,
temperature
yeah.
year round, right? But you can tell them apart because they're so dark
Oh, okay.
compared to the rest of the people because they're all in the sun.
Oh, because they're out in the sun all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
But it's
okay.
intense. You can't even carry around your cell phone in your hand because they'll snag it off you.
Wow.
There's people on the square
Uh-huh.
right in front of the museum, just pacing back and forth, watching people with their, if they have something in their hand they can grab.
Oh,
And
wow.
they're so obvious about it too.
Oh, wow.
Totally obvious.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's intense.
it's one of the reasons I like Canada.
Yeah.
Is that it's not that bad, at least.
No, but it can get to be that bad if we're not careful, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, we got to take care of our, minorities.
We got to
and,
take responsibility.
yeah, exactly.
Everybody has to.
And so with these communities, it should be much more viable for everybody
Yeah.
to have a home. And I mean, like, it's like I know some people, they just like camping.
Yeah.
And so I mean, they can have, they can camp if they want to, or they can have the tiny home. And I agree with like building it too.
Uh-huh.
I know one of my plans was for Caleb, which is my son, when he's like
Yeah.
12 or 13 or whatever, when he's old enough that he can have a project of building a tiny home.
Yeah.
Because that will, it's a challenge, and
And the skills that you
Yeah.
acquire, building is a basic skill. I think everybody
Yeah.
should be able to build something.
yeah,
And
it's
cook
really great
as well. That's
Yeah.
a big, and garden.
for sure.
That's that should be number one with education.
Yeah, and I mean, if we put it on the trailer in like say our backyard, then we'll even be able to like take it and then trailer it to
Wherever you want. Yeah.
wherever exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like a community.
the community, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way I think it should go. Well, there was a company I was trying to incorporate solar with their teeny house builds, and
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still in business, but they were doing okay. It was something. But how do you keep it going, right? How do you keep people interested? And these little community ideas, I think that would be a good way to keep people interested.
Oh, okay.
Because they would build their own tiny house
Yeah, yeah,
and live in it.
Right.
In a community, right? Whereas, if you build one, you have to find a place to park it. You
Yeah.
gotta take it somewhere,
yeah,
and you want to live in somebody's backyard.
yeah.
You
Right.
You don't want to, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was one of the topics we needed to discuss is how we can kind of subdivide the property,
yeah.
so that
Oh,
everyone
I didn't bring
the map today.
the map. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I did see on Google Maps it's a fairly long piece of property.
It's rectangular. I think
Yeah.
it's 3,300 feet deep.
Yeah,
And 660 wide.
yeah.
Right.
I know that for the campground zoning,
Yeah.
there's a minimum road access size.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I
In
think
the width of it, you mean?
yeah,
Like on the road access.
the road access.
You mean like on? I think it's got to
almost
be.
look like goji berries,
Yeah, they do.
but I'm just not 100% sure. I do have goji berries in my backyard, but
They look nice. I don't know if I would eat
yeah,
them.
yeah, well,
Are you gonna try it? Yeah.
I haven't actually eaten raw goji berries, but maybe next year I will be able to identify for sure. They taste all right. They're a bit sour.
There's probably an app for that,
There's probably is.
An app for plants. You can just take a picture and then it kind of
Yeah,
shows up. There probably is.
yeah. There's also Facebook groups where
Yeah,
you can.
I'm part of the mushroom Facebook group.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's plant identification ones too. Do you have good mushrooms growing on your property?
There's a lot of them actually.
Oh, wow,
I've come
nice.
across a lot of them just recently.
Oh well,
Yeah.
it is raining, and this is the time they come out.
There's always something
Hmm.
popping up.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know I have a policy of like if I'm gonna harvest from the wild like regularly, then
Yeah,
I
you
try to give back
Mhm.
by giving it some. Like if it's mushrooms, then you give them some substrate, or if
substrate.
it's substrate. Yeah. So for
That's the-
instance, depending on the kind of mushroom, like so some mushrooms they go on compost, So you give them some compost. Or some mushrooms, they go on wood chips.
Okay.
So you give them wood chips, you know, that kind of stuff. It's hardwood usually.
Yeah. Right.
And then that lets them proliferate. Because one of the problems with people just harvesting in the wild, not on...
They harvest too much in one spot and don't give back.
Exactly. And then they come back and it's like, oh, where are all the mushrooms?
Yeah. It's the same with the leeks, the wild leeks I was telling you about.
Oh, yeah?
If you harvest too many of them, they're gone.
Yeah, it's known as the tragedy of the commons.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I was thinking for the community it's good to kind of subdivide it so everyone has a hectare or an acre. So everyone kind of has their own space.
Yeah. Wow, this is something.
Yeah. This is the nice lookout.
Is it a cliff?
Yeah, it is. But it's got these big boulders.
So if you're afraid of heights, which I am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can stand back if you want. I was just gonna.
In Mexico, I was terrified of the.
Oh, okay.
Driving up the mountain, you know, there's no barriers.
Oh, there's no barriers.
I hear these stories about people flying off the mountain.
Yeah, I'm not.
Entire families dying.
Oh no.
Because the roads aren't very well. There's rocks that kind of chip off the side of the mountain. And they end up in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And drive too fast. There you go.
Yeah. Well,
this is not too bad. This is nice.
Yeah.
It's not that high.
It's got this nice barrier here.
It makes you feel safe.
Without the barrier, it would not feel.
It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Yeah, you can see the Georgian Bay.
Oh yeah. Really nice.
Yeah. There's Kemble Mountain. Yeah.
Wow.
And Dodds Hill.
And what is that? Golden Buffet, Chinese restaurant.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You can see even more in the winter when there's no leaves.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah.
Oh. It feels so fresh up here too. The air is nice.
Yeah. So there's two ways of going here. Do you like the more scenic but with like random holes in the path, or
random holes? You mean like rough, like this? You mean?
No. I can show you. Here.
Well, I'm not really
or
timid about hiking. I'm okay with it.
Oh, okay. All right. That's cool. Yeah, I think it should be fine. It's mostly when you have little kids that it's a consideration.
Then you have to worry about them.
Yeah. Don't want them running on ahead.
No, and tripping. Yeah,
Yeah, just watch your step.
You don't bring your kids here, do you?
No, we do. Yeah. Just we stay to the safe trails, kind of.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So how do you know all the trails? There's no real markings. You just.
Oh, there are.
There is? Oh, is it?
Yeah, like you see on the trees.
Oh, those dots.
Yeah, the red and white.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
So the red trail goes inside, and the white trail
so you can search
goes on the border.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. There may be regulations, but people obviously still do it.
This is great.
Yeah.
The rock formation. I gotta take a picture of this.
Sure.
This is very nice.
Yeah.
Well, these are naturally set here. Nobody put them here.
Right? I think someone must have put them here.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, just like they put those kind of border stones.
Yeah, I guess they look too out of place to be naturally.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I'm pretty sure people have a bunch of parties here, or have had.
Yeah, it's the hangout area.
Yeah, because I know I checked at a different time of year. There was a bunch of broken glass and bottle caps and stuff like that.
So probably there was some kind of enforcement here too, right? The cops come through here?
Yeah. Basically, nowadays, no one is allowed here after dark.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sure.
So if anyone's here after dark, then they get kicked out.
Yeah. Sure, that makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the path where you have to watch your step.
Okay.
Yeah. So here, like this one.
Yeah, well.
Look at this.
Yeah, if you fall down there, that kind of thing.
That would be a big ouchie. Yeah, and that's not even the biggest.
There's more of those?
Yeah, there's a bunch. On this path, anyways. Some people bike through here, if you can believe it. Yeah. On their fat bikes, you can tell by the trails.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I biked through here. once, but I would get off my bike to go over the big holes.
Yeah.
But some people
they just fly over.
They just stick it, you know, to the pedal and fly
I
off,
guess
fly over.
It is a bit of a rush trade.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.